Good evening. It's Thursday, February 5th, 2026, and I'm Eric A. Cinotti, and this is the National Report. Here's what's happening across the United States today. We begin with the White House. The White House reports the administration's posture today has remained focused on stability, not escalation. The administration has addressed immigration enforcement, election related questions, any federal operational authority on immigration enforcement. The White House reports that there is no directive to deploy immigration and customs enforcement agents at any polling locations. No plan, no instructions. The administration indicated it cannot provide an absolute guarantee that agents would never be observed near polling sites, but they further emphasized that enforcement posture has not changed. The White House has characterized the issue as one as governed by existing law and is done at operational discretion without politics. The administration has declined to engage in any hypothetical situations and reiterated that enforcement decisions are made on a case by case basis and they are done within statutory limits. The White House emphasized that the posture reflects humane stability. Stability is key. And there are no changes to the policy that were announced today. Now, the president's daily schedule. According to the president's schedule today, all on Eastern time at 7:30 this morning in the town press pool came in to begin the day. At 8:30, the president attended the National Prayer Breakfast in Washington. At 11 a.m., the president received his daily intelligence briefing. This meeting is not done in public or with the press present. At 1 p.m., the White House conducted its daily press briefing. And at 7 this evening, Eastern Time, the president delivered a public announcement from the White House. Now, turning to our top national story. Tonight, the president announced the launch of a new federal initiative focused on prescription drug pricing. This program is called Trump RX. The administration reports the new website is designed to help Americans find low cost prescriptions and medications. The president said that the platform is now live and is available to the public. He described the effort as a step toward transparency in drug pricing and more options for consumers and the everyday American. The White House reports that the site displays prices of dozens of commonly used medications, including both brand and generic medications, which is quite surprising and good to hear. The administration indicated that the program is aimed especially for people without insurance. So, those of you out there that do not have coverage, rescue is here for you. And those that are paying out of pocket, here's more rescue. Officials note that the pricing is made available through partnerships with outside vendors and that the site itself does not sell medication. I'm going to repeat that the website does not sell the medication. President Trump is not prescribing or selling you medication, nor is the federal government. They anchored into partnerships with private industry to bring you discounts through this Trump RX program. And the prices may fluctuate based on individual coverage and individual people and the types of medication. It is still rolling out, so kind of roll with it. It is live. So when you check out the show and you look into the description of our show, we will have the description and the link available for you to go and see if you can get some savings. Additional medications are expected to be added, and it will be moving as we move over time. Why does this matter to you at home and to pretty much everybody? Prescription drugs are expensive. They cost millions to families. We talked about this in yesterday's show about people having to, break down and miss prescriptions, cut pills in half, all kinds of stuff. This is shaping health decisions in our country. It is shaping treatment choices and whether people actually fill prescriptions at all. The White House says this platform is meant to give consumers clearer information so that they can compare prices fairly, openly, and across and see what truly works for them. Officials describe this as a tool. Kind of like I said yesterday, government is a safety net, not a foundational system. This is a tool to help people find the best possible way for prescriptions. It is not the complete solution, but it is definitely a step in the right direction for many Americans. And we here at the National Report applaud the administration for moving in that direction. Now, to health and federal policy. The administration reports that the Trump RX platform focuses on commonly prescribed medications, your standard diabetes medication, asthma medication, your basic stuff that pretty much a large percentage of Americans are dealing with. They're saying that the website is designed to be easy to use, no pun on the Affordable Care Act, or otherwise known as Obamacare, where there was tremendous issues with the website. They are saying that this is designed to be an easy to use website. So we're hoping that this is to be fact for everybody of all ages. It should be accessible from phones, computers, pretty much wherever you need it to be accessible. But the White House is emphasizing this is not an insurance benefit. It is a way for you to find the best price. I guess you can kind of say similar to like a good RX savings plan card that you would see at CVS, but just I guess for a lack of better terms, maybe on steroids, more powerful with the power of the government. And using this site may not always count towards your deductibles for insured patients, similar probably to good RX. Officials said the program will evolve and changes are moving, so it is an ever fluid process. Jump on the website, see what you can get from it. Worst case, it's not for you right now. Maybe it's for somebody else. Your job, America, is to tell others, especially those that may need it. Administration is evaluating it on a consistent basis to ensure the rollout is as best as it can be, and that is it is affecting and helping all the right people. Now, to national security and world affairs. U.S. officials today monitored developments related to upcoming talks in Iran, a very heated area, as we all know. European leaders warned about tensions rising ahead of the negotiation. The administration reports that it is coordinating closely with our allies. This is pretty standard stuff, folks. Always having to coordinate national security apparatus amongst NATO and our other nations that we work with, both intelligence and military combined across with the State Department and all that stuff. So nothing to be alarmed about, but we are always at a heightened level of danger. There are people out there every day, everywhere, looking to harm. So we always must keep that in mind. The administration reports that we definitely are coordinating closely with our allies, and we really do. For a lack of what you may hear on other networks, we actually have a very good relationship with our allies, and we all support each other, and we all support freedom and the safety of all of our citizens. And we are always preparing for any range of possibilities, and we are always prepared for whatever danger comes our way, should there be a danger. Officials describe that everything is approached with measure and calculation, and everything is always deliberate and prepared. Now, to the area I don't like to talk about, technology and industry. Federal officials and industry leaders continued discussions today on supply chain security, focused on technology systems, manufacturing capacity. And here's a big part of that I do know about: critical infrastructure. For those of you that have heard this term and may not know the actual definition of it, that would be our 911 system, our basic water, our power grid, all of these things that basically operate the basic infrastructure of our country. Without any one of these would be a major problem. So this is definitely part of technology, and we must stay ahead of the curve. The administration reports that these discussions are tied to long-term stability, economic resilience, and national strength. And officials say updates will be shared always with the public when things are finalized. Now, what are you going to watch through the evening and to tomorrow? You're going to look for follow-ups and guidance on the Trump rollout of the Trump RX plan. go to the website tonight. We will be providing that and check it out, see what it's about. Let us know. We want to hear from you, how it is for you. I'm going to check it out. Everybody I know is going to do it. Let's see. Of course, there's going to be hiccups with it. That is just the way it is. But that's how you fix things. Additional details on pricing partners. There are still partners coming to the table, which may change on a daily basis. That might bring new prescriptions that are not there today, might be there tomorrow. Also, pay attention for movement in Congress related to Department of Homeland Security funding and negotiations. And clearly pay attention to developments moving forward with our international talks that are always changing and evolving the Irani negotiations. Nobody wants to see a war. Nobody wants to see death and dismemberment. We all want to see negotiation, and we want to move into there safely and securely. More information may come overnight or early tomorrow morning. Follow the national report. We will keep you up to date. Now, this date in history, early February, American Foundation. In early February of 1790, the United States took a major step in building our government. That month, the U.S. Supreme Court began its work. It's marked by the start of the first appointment and the first branch of the Supreme Court in judicial practice. The court was created to interpret the United States Constitution. For those of you, quick little civics lesson here, you got three branches of government. You have the legislative branch, which would be Congress, Senate, the people that make the laws. And you have the executive branch, which would be the president, law enforcement, attorney general, that stuff. They enforce the law. And the judicial branch, who review for judicial review that all laws are being passed and they are fair and equitable and within the guidelines of our Constitution. That is the balance of power, America. And that is famous for today. And that is what protects the rule of law. But this week also marks another special thing, the birthday of Rosa Parks, born February 4th, 1913. Her quiet act of courage challenged so many unjust laws and pushed the nation to live up to its ideals. As we observe Black History Month, this is a reminder America is built by institutions, but shaped by its people. But before we go, we have to give you the human factor and American resilience. Across the country today, Americans showed up again for one another. In Martinique County, Michigan, the Arc of Martinique County received community support to expand programs for people with disabilities. The support came from 100 women who care for Manistee. Is it Manistee County? Manistee County. Manistee County. The funding will help provide activities and services for children and adults. Organizers said that focus is all about inclusion and long-term support for families, and we applaud that. In Troy, New York, Melissa Clark, Tiffany Harris, and Demetra Canty turned a small business into community support. They launched a skincare project benefiting Lives Limitless Refuge Center. Live Limitless Refuge Center. I really like this one, actually. The shelter provides housing, safety, and support for women rebuilding their lives. Very, very important. That's a subject that we could cover if you follow us over onto Eric A. Cinotti Unplugged. We discuss those issues quite often. Also, in Webb County, Texas, volunteers for Relay for Life of Webb County were recognized for their work supporting cancer patients, and their event leader, Laura Nanaz, said that efforts reflects years of volunteer commitment for families, friends, and survivors. These stories are not political, folks. These are human. These are what make people people, and this is what makes America so great. This is why America is resilient. That's the National Report for tonight. I'm Eric A. Cinotti. Facts matter, context matter, and we will keep bringing you both. Have a great evening and stay safe.
The National Report is an iHeart Prime featured show. New episodes drop daily. Available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all major podcast platforms whenever you're ready to listen.